Hey y'all, I am clearing off some videos and pictures from my laptop to clear out some space, and I came across a video I did back in 2017, February 4th, 2017, and it was for a recipe that I created. It was a chocolate chip banana oatmeal cake. So I'm getting ready to edit it. I hope you guys enjoy it. This was like the very first test kitchen I ever probably did, and recorded it, but never did anything with it. So, hey, I'm gonna make it probably in the next 2 months or so, because it is pretty healthy. All right, guys, enjoy. Good morning. It is 6:53 a.m. here Pacific Standard Time. I woke up because I wanted to see if I could make a video before I head out to the gym to teach my spin class. I'm going to make an oatmeal, chocolate chip, walnut, dark chocolate chip of course, walnut, banana bread. So it's going to, it's easy, it's not going to take any time at all. So what you're going to do, you're going to start with your oatmeal. And you're going to blend it so it makes a flour, okay? You want 2 cups. 2 cups of these good guys. Should have this ready. Alright, here we go. How fast this takes us. So I did say it's not going to take any time at all, so we'll see. The best thing to do if you're going to start baking a lot, especially with oatmeal, is to actually have some already pre-blended into flour. Okay? Have this here. Put your top on. That's your oven. You want to preheat it to 350 degrees. Alright, don't need this anymore. I'm just going to go back where it needs to go. 2 cups of oat flour. Okay. Is that a 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, 2 tablespoons of cinnamon actually. 2 tablespoons of cinnamon. Actually, there's a thing already in here. It's 1, 2. This is Ceylon cinnamon. There's 2 types of cinnamon that you should buy. Ceylon cinnamon is one of them, and I enjoy it. It's actually going to help people with diabetes to lower their insulin levels and their blood sugar. And you're going to take a teaspoon of baking powder. There you go. Put that all in there. Alright, you just stir that. This is your dry ingredients. See? This is going to taste so good. I normally cut this into 8 pieces, and I'll show the macros with you when we are complete. Now, here's your wet ingredients. I like to use egg whites. I use 6 egg whites. I separate them into a smaller bowl to make sure if there's any shells that do fall down into the yolk, into the egg whites, I get to take them out. Just 1. Last one. Add half a cup of applesauce. This is unsweetened. I like to buy them individually packed because it's easier for baking. Use my spoon here. That's a 1/4. This will make a half. So 2 3.9 ounce individual It's my time to get up. Get up and get ready for the morning. Start that spin class. Alright, here we are. Pour that on into your wet ingredients. This is taking place of your oil. The only oil that you're going to use for this recipe is to actually grease your pan so your cake does not stick. Even though you may be using a non-stick vessel, you still want to grease it to ensure that it does not stick, because you never know. And we have 3 bananas. I'm going to smash these individually into my measuring cup just because it's easier to do it that way, one by one, and then put it in your wet ingredients. Okay. Bananas, I use these for a lot of things. Put them in my smoothies frozen. I will peel the banana. I will wrap it in a saran wrap hole, and I will put it in the freezer individually. So when I wake up in the morning and I make my smoothies filled with all my concoctions that I put in it for my health benefits and my workout reasons, it is good to go. It sweetens it. It makes it delicious, and I enjoy it every morning when I make it. All right, there's one. Want to make sure they're ripe. Black, brown spots on your banana. The darker they are, the sweeter they are. So your sugar content is going to change depending on how ripe your banana is. So if you are a diabetic or you are looking for your macro carb, like if you're on a low carb diet, make sure that you're using something that doesn't have too many brown spots, so the sugar content in the banana is not that high. Because with MyFitnessPal, what I use to track my macros, which is one of the most best things to use. I haven't typed in overripe banana, but if there's one in there, I'm sure hopefully the carb content will change versus just a regular banana macro on the MyFitnessPal app. Whoops, getting a little messy. Okay, nice and silky. Banana. All right. So now what we want to do is put in the honey. Ooh. All right, so I'm going to check my phone app here for MyFitnessPal because I did make up this recipe. This is my recipe. I made this recipe. And I got this from nobody. I was messing around one day making some pancakes. Oh, I want to make some pancakes. I want to make them from scratch. And I made this concoction with the pancakes. I'm like, wait a minute. This is really good. This can be an actual cake. I was making cakes in a pan. What do you know? Honey. It just says a tablespoon? Seriously? That's all? Was I tripping? No? 1 tablespoon. Okay, here we go. 1 tablespoon raw honey. My dog wants to go outside. She's gonna have to wait. I'm almost done. Tablespoon of vanilla extract. I like the Madagascar bourbon vanilla extract just because it tastes really different than the rest. It's pure. Pure. There you go. Alright. Now we're going to mix the wet ingredients up with my fork. You don't need a blender. You really don't. Everything you can do here is by hand, except for, of course, making oat flour. You need an actual mixer for that. A mixer blender. Look at that. Look at those wet ingredients. Make sure I have everything. Applesauce, banana. Oh, whey protein. Woo! Back to the dry ingredients. I use MRM, natural metabolic whey. I'm putting in 3 scoops. All right. 1,
2, 3. And I'm going to leave this out because my hands are a little sticky and I do not want to put that back in my bag. Alright. Mix this around. Make sure everything's incorporated. You got your baking powder, your oat flour, your whey protein. This is vanilla flavor. And your baking powder. Oh, and your cinnamon. Okay. Now you're going to pour in your wet ingredients into the dry ingredients. Yeah, you have everything. Now you can incorporate a little wet at a time, but I've done this about 5 times so far. I make this with cranberries and bananas. Sometimes I just make it with just the chocolate and bananas. Or you can make it without any chocolate or any cranberries. It's still going to taste good. Oh yeah, this mix is so easy. I'm going to get my spoon. Oh, and it smells good. Smell that vanilla in there. The cinnamon. Oh, yes. See how it looks? Can you see? Hopefully this will bake in enough time to cool off. I can take some when I'm on the go. That's it. You don't want to overmix it. Now you're going to put in your walnuts and your chocolate. Alright, so the walnuts, looking at 56 grams. I'll get my scale. Alright, vessel. 56 grams. Close my messy cover for you guys, okay? Change the mode to grams. Alright. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, 66, 10 over. That's okay. I'll change it in my macros. Just a little bit. Nothing too hefty. Now with my mallet. Here it is. Here we go. There we go. That's good enough. Put it on in there. I think I want some more. I don't think that's enough. All right, so 66 plus 26. Just put 100 in there. So 66 plus 30. Uh-oh. Plus 30. What? Not 69. Plus 34. Is 100 grams. 34. Come on, 34. 34. Come on. 40. I will do 40. Who cares? 106. Back in the baggie. Okay. Last but not least, chocolate chips, mega chunks. Oh, this is going to be so good. How much am I putting in here? As much as I freaking want. So a tablespoon is 15 grams. I think I'm going to go with 90 grams. It's 98. Now these are quite huge, okay? Right? These are going to melt all through your cake, so you don't need a lot. Now granted, I'm slicing this into 8 pieces. So when you add in all of your ingredients with the macros, it's really not going to be that bad for each slice. You can slice it into 10. That means your macros per slice are going to go down. You can slice it however you want, but I'm greedy and I like sweets. And I'm going to eat probably 2 of these a day. And I make sure I fit them in my macros and eat them around a time where my body's going to utilize it. So, depending on when you wake up, when you go to work, when you work out. What type of workout. Now, this is all natural ingredients that it's going to utilize. Your body's going to utilize this stuff. You know, the vitamins, the minerals that are all in here. There's no granule sugar. There's no stevia. There's none of that in here. Not to say there's nothing wrong with that, but today you don't need it. You just don't need it. Now we're going to grease our pan. Wipe my pan out. I like mine in a bundt pan because it's easy for me to slice it into the even 8 pieces. You cut it in half, you cut it in a quarter, and then you split those quarters in half. That's all you got to do. I'm using coconut oil. I don't have anything there. Just a little bit. Just want a little bit. If I have access, I just pour it down the drain, right? And what I used to dry this out with, I'm just going to take this and rub it all over, and I mean all over the bundt pan. Up the little volcano slide, outside the mountain area. I know I'm talking crazy. Cooking at 6-something in the morning is crazy. It's 7:14 now. Alright, this is going to bake in your oven for 25 minutes, and you check it. Depending on your oven, it may take more time. Sometimes I bake this, depending on what ingredients I have in it. This time it's chocolate. The more items you have in it, the longer bake time you may need. Oh yeah, I want all this good stuff. I should use my spatula for cooking. Sorry about all the noise, but I want to make sure I get all this in here. Because these are macros. I don't want to leave macros in the bowl. I want to eat my macros. I want to make sure everything's even. Good to go. This is my first cooking video, so I will edit out some of the crazy stuff that I have said in here. Maybe I'll keep some of it in. Alright, here we go. Into the oven is your oatmeal cake. 350. Set your timer for 25 minutes and you will check it. We all know how to check things that we bake as far as sweets. You're going to stick a knife or a toothpick in the center. If it comes out with gook on it, keep it in the oven for a couple more minutes, but check it every 5 minutes. Don't keep it in there for another 20 minutes because you may burn your delicious cake. When it comes out clean, let it cool. I like to keep mine in the bundt pan until it's nice and warm. Then I turn it over on a baking rack and I let it sit there for another 20 minutes if I can. Otherwise, I'm cutting into it and I'm eating it because that's what I want to do. So everybody enjoy. I will come back and we'll see what it looks like. Okay. Let's see what we got. Turn it off. Oh, and it's heavy. Ooh, can you hear it sizzle? Hot off the press. It's done. Ready, set, in, out. There you go. We're good. It's not all chunky clunky, but I kind of like mine nice and moist on the inside. I'm going to turn the oven off and just leave it in there. No, I don't want to do that. Oh, look at that chocolate. Oh, it's going to be so good. All right. So I'm going to let it set over here. And I think that's it, ladies and gentlemen. As soon as I turn that out, hopefully I have time. It's 8:05. I got to leave in 25 minutes. I got to get dressed, take a shower. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Sorry, I couldn't wait. I just went and got a rack and flipped it on its butt. Holy smokies, it looks right tasty. Uh-oh. There we go. We'll let it set and cool, because it's not going to cool fast. Uh-oh. This is not working for me. Okay, let's do this again. This is not going to cool any faster by sitting in the vessel that we baked it in, so I couldn't wait. It's still piping hot. but it's not sizzling anymore. I'm gonna let it sit while I go get ready, and we'll come back and I'll slice it up so I can take some with me. See you in a few. Okay, we're back. Yeah, it's almost time for me to leave, and I want to take some of these with me. Normally I'd put it in saran wrap, but I think it's still kind of warm, so I'm gonna get a Tupperware, put a nice soft napkin inside of it so I can capture the moisture when I put the top on it so it's not so soggy. So I cut it in half, straight down the middle, and then I turn it and I cut it down the next half. Ooh, yeah. To make 4 even pieces. And then I cut those pieces in half, and it makes 8 perfectly sound pieces where no one's gonna be like, you got a piece bigger than mine. No, it doesn't work that way. Oh my gosh, look at that stuff. And you see the steam? Yeah. Alright. Bring this back. Fold it through. Punch on top on. I'm smashing it a little bit because I gotta go. Alright. Macros, I'm gonna get my phone real quick so we can go through all of the nutritional facts. I have chocolate on me, so I hope that I don't, on my hands, hope that I don't rub it on my body. Alright, let's see. Smell like chocolate. Alright, here we go. My Fitness Pal. So since I created this recipe, I put it all in as a manual recipe and I named it Banana Chocolate Oat Bread is what I called it. Here you have it, folks. You've got total calories. Where am I? Over here? Over here. Alright, can you see it? Will it focus? I don't think it will. There we go. Alright, 8 pieces, right? 329 calories for the 1 out of 8 pieces. Fat, 14.2 total in that 1 piece. Carbs, 39.6, rounded up to 40. And protein, yeah, 15, almost 16 grams of protein in this bad boy. Alright, so no added sugar, everything is natural. The dark chocolate, the bananas, all that good stuff. Applesauce, raw honey. Thank you, girl, because it's going to be tasty. It's healthy, so it's not going to be like, oh my God, it's the best banana bread ever. Oh, banana bread. It's going to be, this isn't tasty. Banana bread. All right, guys, I got to run. 8:27. Got to be there at 9. Peace. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon.